I know y'all haven't been expecting this, but things have just gotten more crazy. From the cryptocurrency markets to the stock markets to Trump tariffs, we just get announcement after announcement, and the best blockchains are still building. On today's news update, we're going to cover what's been going on with Algorand, XRP Ripple, and we will talk about the Trump tariff impact on stock and crypto prices. Welcome back to the channel. My name is C. Will, and this is the Passive Income Network. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe and leave a comment and say what's good. All right, let's get started. We're going to start off with the announcement from Silvio Micali at the Paris Blockchain Week. Let's dive in. Today at Paris Block Week, Algorand founder Silvio Micali unveiled plans for a new type of blockchain, a fiat chain, geared towards institutional use cases and using only stablecoin currencies. Not surprisingly, the new chain borrows from proven technology that Algorand is already known for: instant finality, scalability, and security. This is very, very interesting. What does this mean for Algorand? And Algorand and the Fiat Chain will closely be integrated. They will form a new type of bond. It will be a peer chain, a new architecture in cryptocurrency. It's not a layer 2. It's not a side chain. It is not a traditional bridge chain. The two chains operate independently but are linked together using a fully decentralized, state-proof based bridge, another Algorand invention that allows for permissionless bi-directional flow of asset, messages, and liquidity in the most secure way possible without intermediaries. Very interesting. So Algorand and Fiat Chain will share the same developer toolkit. Algorand apps will work perfectly on the Fiat Chain and vice versa. Then you have in the peer chain constellation, Algorand will continue to adhere to the crypto ethos of decentralization, property rights, censorship resistance, and with its native currency, the algo being the fuel that powers our global network, now closing in on 3 billion transactions. And then AlgoKit 3.0 is the best, most user-friendly blockchain developer toolkit in the industry with support for native Python and TypeScript. DHN Crypto says, I'm hooked. How soon before development? So what is very, very interesting is the Fiat Chain keynote. So same consensus, stronger bridges. Basically, Silvio's like, we need to build something that is directly for institutions, but that could potentially benefit Algorand by using this technology. It would be only stable coins, which means they're targeting fiat, which is the euro, the yen, the dollar, and every other type of currency. And then he's planning on eliminating the use of, let's say, the algo for the gas fees. So institutions don't have to worry about that. They can just get to business. I'm not 100% sure how this will benefit us on their user chain, on the public blockchain Algorand, and always people are worried about price. We will see what happens there. But it is very interesting to see Silvio Micali be quiet for like the last 2 years and then bust out at Paris Blockchain Week with the Fiat Chain powered by Algorand technology. Definitely let me know what y'all think about that in the comments below. On to the next story. We have a big announcement by Ripple. Here it is. Today, Ripple announced it is acquiring Hidden Road for $1.25 billion, becoming the first crypto company to own and operate a global multi-asset prime broker. Together, Ripple and Hidden Road are bringing the promise of digital assets to institutional customers at scale, bridging traditional finance and decentralized finance in ways never seen before. And then here's the headline, obviously. And then the parts to really point out here is Ripple will inject billions of dollars of capital to provide immediate scale and satisfy the demand for Hidden Road's prime brokerage, clearing, and financing platform. RLUSD, their stablecoin, becomes the first stablecoin to enable efficient cross-margining between digital assets and traditional markets, reinforcing its position as a premium enterprise-grade USD-backed stablecoin. Hidden Road to migrate post-trade activity across XRP Ledger, demonstrating its potential as the go-to blockchain for institutional decentralized finance. Two things to point out. Algorand with the Fiat Chain, Ripple purchasing Hidden Road, a prime brokerage. They're both after institutions in real-world asset ways, tokenization, and ways we have never seen. This is mind-blowing. And to make things even sweeter, we have to move on to Donald Trump and tariffs. Here's the post right here. Based on the lack of respect that China has shown to the world's markets, I am hereby raising the tariff charged to China by the United States of America to 125%, effective immediately. This is crazy. At some point, hopefully in the near future, China will realize that the days of ripping the USA off in other countries is no longer sustainable. And then he goes in saying that he's been talking to lots of other countries, a lot of departments. But here's the most important news of the day that has pumped the market, something crazy. I have authorized a 90-day pause, capital letters, bold print, and a substantially lowered reciprocal tariff during this period of 10%, also effective immediately. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So he has paused all those tariffs that he announced last week, lowered all of the reciprocal tariffs to 10%, right? So just 10% for 90 days. And he has upped China to 125, which is basically the U.S.'s biggest trading partner. It's always about China. And then here's what happened. Stock market posts third biggest gain in post-World War II history on Trump's tariff about face. The biggest freaking game since World War II. Let me tell you right now, I was watching the market. It was crazy. It went up so fast. He made that post on Truth Social about 10:18, 10:19, 10:20. Once that hit the public, everything went straight to the moon. The SPY finished with 10%. That's 1,000 points. Cleared every gap all the way back until damn near when he announced the tariffs last week. Every stock went crazy. Every crypto went crazy. There's a high potential. We back, y'all. So check this out. 1 day performance with technology. 13.6 up 13.6 points, right? Almost 14 right there percent. Then you got cyclicals went crazy. I'm talking about double digits, communications, industrial, everything was green. Everything was green. And remember, this was last week, the 1 week performance, but today went crazy. And this is potentially the future of America. And that's what Trump wants in America. He wants to bring factories and the industries back here, which I think is a great idea. But could you imagine doing this? That's my question to y'all. And then here we are with cryptocurrency. If we go look at the 1 day chart here, Bitcoin up 9%, Ethereum up 15, even Tether up, 0.07. That's how popping the market was today. XRP up almost 15, BNB up 5, Solana up 14, USDC obviously at 0, Dogecoin, Cardano, things went crazy. And almost 9% for the total market cap, very positive. Trump token popped, Fart coin up 42%. I don't know what's going on there, right? We got Fart coin on this list, the biggest gainer, Flare, Hyperliquid, Sonic, Pendle, Ondo up 22%. That's in the Trump portfolio. Y'all, things were popping today. And who would have expected that Trump made these posts? Yesterday or 2 days ago, it was fake news, made the market run up, run back down, talk about a 90-day pause. But 2 days later, one day after Trump says bye, he then makes the post today. Boom, everything is going nuts. The fear and greed index was at 4. That is way higher than 4 on the crypto markets and the stock market. So that is y'all breaking news for today, y'all. Algorand Fiat Chain, Ripple acquires a brokerage, the stock market and crypto markets. Boom. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit me if you got any questions or any suggestions on anything else to cover. I'm going live tomorrow. Make sure y'all tap in. Again, C Will with the Passive Income Network. Until the next time, y'all, peace. Passive income. Gold in my dental. Thank God for my mental. Investor fundamentals. Told my girl it was simple.